Welcome, my people. You are welcome to today's show. Please welcome our people with a clapping of hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. My people, good evening, good afternoon. It depends where you are listening from. Today's show will still be the part 2 of yesterday's show with our brother Barrister EMEKA. I will appreciate if you will be able to construct yourself very well on this issue. Don't be too harsh, don't be assertive, be respectful, but set up your argument very well so that we'll be able to find a simple way to follow. Let me check whether my voice is coming in clearly. I don't know why I'm getting noise on the background, but I'm trying to ratify. So, welcome my people once again. Let us play our normal welcome song.
And let us die without a shred of fear. Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our great heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We must protect our souls from all our foes. But if the prizes they fall we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear.
Share the video, invite your friends to join us. ndị be anyị ndewono anyị agbalịala ka anyị bido ebe anyị kwụsịrị echi gara aga. Udo ga-adịrị ụmụ Biafra ebe ọbụla ha nọ. Eji m ohere na-ekele ndị Biafra, na-ekele ụmụ Biafra niile, na-ekele every person from Eastern region. I said greetings to your side. We are about to start on today's show and people have started calling in. Just 1 minute, let me pick the call and hear from the caller. Hello? Yes, we are now live. If you join me on Facebook, you will be able to see me live. On WhatsApp, you can only talk. I cannot stream on WhatsApp. I stream live on Facebook. You can only use WhatsApp to call. You listen to that. Yes, you have to listen to what we are saying so that you will be able to know where to start. Come to Facebook. Let me send you the link. So, my people, don't be annoyed. Don't be offended. I have already given you the link. Please follow the link. Today's show, you have to call in, ask your question, and don't be rude, my people. Don't be rude. You see the brother that called yesterday from Sweden, he was very constructive. He asked his question directly, and he challenged Barrister when he feels that Barrister is going against his own belief. So shall we be. We should not be insultive or accusations. So what are we not saying? We are going to discuss about the killings again, the thing that happened in Owerri, and we got to discuss about the things that happened in Anambra State, both the bodies being found in Edu River, and the Nnamdi Kanu barrister got to participate today. He will be among today's discussion. He will talk to barrister, and they will be able to rub shoulder. Yesterday, the man that called, yesterday made us to understand that he doesn't really know the content of the case, but he knows a lot that he would not like to disclose. But today we have invited one of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. He will join us soon on this program for us to be able to iron things out. That's why I said share the video, invite your friends. But today got to be belele, because look at the lion, look at the lawyer, look at the barrister, and all of them got to crash together, and our people will be free to call in with their Skype ID. We'll be able to call the Nigerian or WhatsApp number, and other numbers that are there is open. But for now, barrister got to join us in the next 9 minutes. So as we are waiting for Barrister, let us use our motivating song to motivate our people to continue the struggle that they are in.
Without a shred of faith, land of the rising sun we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our great heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We must protect our souls from all our foes. But if the prize is there all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Onye ndiro na-achụgharị na-eche ndụ ya che mgbe niile. Ndiro gbara anyị okirikiri, ụmụnne m. Ndiro gbara anyị gburugburu, ụmụnne. Anyị ga-eke nkwụcha n'ihi na nkwụcha bụ ụjọ. Anyị ga-eke nkwụcha n'ihi na nkwụcha bụ ụjọ. Onye ndiro na-achụgharị na-eche ndụ ya che mgbe niile.
As this motivation song is going on, if you have any question that you would like me to throw on Barrister, maybe you doesn't have the option or the ability to call, you may send in the questions now. Either you inbox me directly or you type it openly so that everybody will be able to read it, and I will ask Barrister the question. Yeah, I noticed that the Biafrans are here, Sylvester White. Our people, I would like to tell you something. Do you know what? A lot of people, white people, I mean the Germans, are contacting me about this Biafran issue. You know, we have been talking about Biafra, but these people, these Germans, doesn't know what we are talking about. But I try to push them to Google Biafra, and they have now started to read the history of Biafra and understand what we are doing, where we are going. So all these questions, all this thing that is going on here on this platform, don't think that it's only Biafrans and the Igbos that are listening to it. International communities are now picking interest gradually to follow suit on what we are doing. So don't lose hope on this Biafra race. Please continue. As we are waiting for Barrister got to join us in the next 5 minutes, and I believe that Nnamdi Kanu Barrister is also ready to join us. The lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu is also online today to join this conversation. A lot of questions and clearance got to come out from him. So if you have any question to throw in, please, if you cannot call, maybe your airtime is down or you are using a low internet, you may put it in writing so that I will help you to talk to or ask the question directly to Barrister.
na baga na se kapulo biumune bunde bulunara pulo binine wena nudo
Hello, Barrister. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. Welcome to our show today.
Thank you.
Please, my people, I would like you to welcome our barrister on today's show, part 2. So, barrister, please welcome. Our people have been waiting for you all these days, and even though we have the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu also is waiting.
That's good.
To answer most of the questions that you were trying to ask yesterday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I greet everybody, all the Biafrans all over the world, wherever you are listening from. I greet you and I pray that the mercy of God, the blessings of God be upon all of us. And we all, with one accord, in unity, in love, march forward until we get to the promised land and we get the promise God has made for us. So I pray, let it be well with every one of you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me pick. It's like a non-legal lawyer. He dropped. Okay, I lost him. Please, Mr. Barrister, the legal defender of Nnamdi Kanu, you may call in again. I will pick your call now. So, yeah. Barrister, the issue that was offending our people, those that listened to yesterday's show, was about the issue of bail, that they granted Nnamdi Kanu bail, and the Nigerian Nigerian government rejected that. Let me pick the call. Hello, the caller on the line, please. Tell us your name and where you are calling from. The caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, the video call. Okay, let me then make it public so that people will be able to see your face. Barrister, are you there?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, you can see the barrister. Can you see the barrister?
No, I'm not on video.
Okay. Is there any possibility for you to come on video, barrister?
All right, unless I. How is it done? Hold on.
Just click on that camera, something. Your face will show. Then I will do the remaining magic from here.
Magic, let me see. Where is it done? We are old school. When we went to school, there was no.
Okay, you may drop and call with the video signal on your. Yeah.
I drop and then call with video, eh?
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. Let me see how it goes. Okay. As we are waiting, we need to wait for barrister to get back to us with video cam so that we'll be able to see each other. Thank you for your time, my brother.
Okay.
So let me. Yeah, barrister is now back with his face.
Hello?
Hello, sir. I can be able to see you, barrister.
Can you see me now?
I can see him too.
So let me make the magic so that our people will be able to see you too. Yeah. So let me control it from here.
Just switch up once.
So barrister, the world are seeing two of you. Wow, barrister. Barrister, I want that is there. Hey, barrister, you said that you are old school. Okay, that is. I will join this barrister.
We're known as the undiables and the unmovables.
Yes, the learned man. Greetings from my side. Please welcome to this show.
You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
Barrister, please meet Nnamdi Carlos' lawyer. My brother, the learned man, meet your learned friend too.
Oh, barrister, my learned friend. I am called EMEKESIRI, barrister and solicitor.
Okay, it's my.
Nigeria and the School Card of England and Wales.
I am Michael Ogobuchi.
Thank you, my
I'm
brother.
a human rights activist based here in Abuja, Nigeria.
Thank you. You're welcome, my brother.
Yes.
So yesterday there is an issue that popped up, and barrister want to get some clarification on that issue. In terms of granting. Okay.
Yes, the issue was on bail, so that the bail conditions were unconscionable. The bail conditions were not fair, and I was wondering why the bail conditions were not varied. Why, why the court was not urged to vary the bail conditions by an application. Why did you have to accept such onerous terms of bail? So that was what I was asking for.
Okay. Having heard your question, it may interest you to understand that the ground upon which, I don't know if you're hearing me.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. The main ground upon which the bail was granted was because of the rate of our clients. So our client needed to take care of himself because of the fact that the prison facility could not afford the required health services for the element of our clients. So that was why we speedily accepted the bail condition.
Okay.
But the truth is that we've approached the courts now for the variation of the bail terms. As you rightly said, that the bail conditions were as in total affront with the fundamental rights of our clients as contained in Chapter 4 of our Constitution. So we accepted that bail condition so that our client will be able to take care of himself health-wise. But now, as I'm talking to you, there is an application which has been heard before the Federal High Court, sitting here in Abuja, for the variation of that bail condition.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. So since you've already applied for variation of the bail condition, that's okay. That's what I was asking. Why was it not varied? But now that you've answered that you have applied for variation, that is the right thing to do. So let's wait and hear the court decision on the variation. That's okay.
But the man that called yesterday made us understand that you guys applied for it and Nigeria did not accept it. They threw it out.
That is not completely true, because there was an application which was opposed by the lawyer of the federal government, Labaran Esquire. He opposed the application for variation on his own ground. He was stating that we cannot approach the court for variation of the bail condition which our client has vehemently violated. Okay. So we also replied. The court didn't throw away our application. The court only heard it. The court only heard it. We are awaiting the verdict of the courts.
Good. That's good. So you see, when they said that your matter was thrown away, I was so angry. I said it's not possible. How can a matter be thrown away? That is not possible. You see, the problem is all these people on the street that they don't understand the law. They don't understand the rule. So everything is just propaganda and propaganda. So when I heard that the court threw away your application for variation, I was so angry. I said, how can it happen? Then somebody say, I am not in Nigeria. I don't know what is happening in Nigeria. I said, I practice in Nigeria. I'm a lawyer. How can a lawyer file application to vary bail condition and it will be thrown away? So I became so angry. But my brother, thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
It is still going on. So eventually we shall hear the decision of the court. That's good.
Okay, a call is coming in. Let's speak it and please hold on.
Thank you.
Hello, they call on the line. Please lower your television, lower your computer, lower your volume.
Yeah, it's Jeff from Sweden.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, I'm the one that raised this issue yesterday.
Yes.
I did not say the Nigerian government throw it out. I said they have not replied anything about it.
Okay.
That is what I said. I did not say they threw it out. Point of correction.
I'm sorry for that.
I said there have not any answer given from Nigerian government about it. That is what I said yesterday. Then we started.
There is another issue that popped up in terms of bail. That Nnamdi Kanu was granted bail and Nigerian government rejected it. And barrister EMEKA tried to clarify to people, maybe Nigerian or DSS are chipping in some cases after those ones have been dropped or something like that. Please.
I said I don't know. I said I don't have the details of his case.
Yes.
So
I can explain that issue.
Please go ahead.
I can explain that issue as to the application for bail. You will understand that this matter came before a magistrate court in Wuse Zone 1, wherein they were first arraigned before his lordship. The lordship granted them bail unconditional, and the federal government, in their tradition of disobeying court orders, refused to grant him bail. They were further arraigned before Honorable Justice Ademola. Justice Ademola granted them bail unconditionally, still in the tradition of the federal government of Nigeria to refuse the order of the court admitting our client to bail, they refused to grant him bail. The matter was further transferred to Honorable Justice Soho in the same Federal High Court, Abuja. But because of some, because I am under an oath of profession, there are some things I cannot say about what transpired in courts. But because of some misunderstanding, we applied that the matter be transferred to another court because we suspected some bias, element of bias, before Honorable Justice Soho. So the matter was further transferred to the court of Binta Nyako, the same Federal High Court. So we applied for the bail of our clients on the first instance. It was refused. But later, there was an application that the court, we raised the PO, urging the court to review the grounds upon which the charges against our clients were brought. The court listened to our application. They also listened to the opposition by the federal government, and the court struck down that the accused persons should be rearraigned before the court. So it was when the charges were struck out, like charges of terrorism and charges of alleging that IPOB is an illegal organization, likewise so many other charges were struck out, they were rearranged. It was on the basis of the arraignment that we further applied for the bail of our clients before the court the second time. Then the court granted that bail application for only Nnamdi Kanu, but refused granting bail of the other 3 accused persons. So like I said earlier, the bail conditions are completely onerous. They are denial of bail in disguise. But because of what I told you, that the only basis upon which the application was granted was because of the health of our clients. Okay. So we speedily accepted the condition. And now we've approached the court for variation.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. I know that, your client was charged with treasonable felony, right?
Yes.
And they know that normally is not bailable. Treasonable felony or treason and treasonable felony offense are not really bailable under normal circumstances. But maybe because of health reasons, then he was granted bail. I think so.
Okay.
Unless the law has...
In Nigerian jurisprudence,
yes,
every offense is bailable. Just that there are some offenses that are not ordinarily bailable. Mark the word, ordinarily bailable.
That's why I said normally ordinarily bailable.
So, if you had the opportunity of listening to the ruling of the courts that struck out the other counts against our clients, the court, quote my lordship, in exactitude, my lord held that there is nothing before her to substantiate or sustain the allegation of treasonable felony upon trial. But my lord further held that she is minded to allow the federal government to come and lead evidence in proof of their case. So yeah. if you take a critical look at that observation, you understand that it is understandable that even before my lord admitted that there's nothing before her that is capable of sustaining the allegation against our clients on trial.
That was before evidence was adduced, right?
So all these elements, yes, as you know, we have what we call proof evidence, file charges.
Yes.
The essence of the proof of evidence is that at least there should be a prima facie case against our clients. So my lord held that, yes, my lord held that there is nothing in the proof of evidence that can sustain the allegation of treasonable felony. Okay. So these elements, together with the ground of health, contributed to the grant of the bail of our clients.
That's all right. That's all right. At least he's on bail. That's okay.
But
yes, he's on bail.
What of the rearrest issue that is popping up all this while now?
Well, no, you can't rearrest him. He's on bail. So, he's the council is saying that there is application before the court. So we can't actually begin to talk about what the court will do or that may actually be wrong for us to try to.
It's unprofessional.
Yeah, it's unprofessional. We can't guess or we can't imply. That will be wrong. It's in fact unlawful for us to venture into what the court will say. So let us leave it. We have
let me chip in those that was arrested with Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they still in that prison?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't they have their own lawyers?
That's the lawyer.
Let me explain the situation.
Okay.
You understand? We have about 4 teams of lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu and the other 3 accused persons. I am directly in the team of our director, Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
So the thing is that we all applied for their bail, but the court refused their application. And mind you that the courts, our superior courts in the country are currently on vacation. Are you getting it now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we intended appealing against the refusal of the bail of the other 3 accused persons. But because the matter was slated for hearing on a date that fell within the vacation day of the courts, and because of the matter is not deemed urgent, therefore they further adjourned to 18th of October 2017 for hearing. It is upon that date that we will meet. Before that date, we will meet and decide further steps to take towards the refusal of the bail of the 3 other persons. They are not abandoned. The court only refused their bail application and granted that of Nnamdi Kanu on the basis of the health issues he has.
Barrister EMEKA, don't you think that is something that, even though they are on vacation, what can trigger the court to reject such a bail?
What are you talking about? We are telling you that the application is before the court. So why will you now start speculating? They have not rejected.
I'm not speculating. I'm only here to ask the question of the people. There are things.
Okay. I need to come in.
Okay, go ahead.
I need to come in. You know, we have a very poor media outlets in this country.
Yes.
People are fed with lies.
Lies.
I remember we appeared before the courts on the 1st of March this year. I was in court, but when I came out of court, what I was hearing, even from the major newspapers, from the major respected journalists in this country, were surprising. I was wondering, is it actually the court I was in this morning?
They are trying to influence the court.
All manner of nonsense.
It's terrible.
They were reporting all manner of nonsense, feeding the masses with rubbish.
It's terrible. They want to sell their newspaper. They want to sell newspapers. That's the problem. They feed people with lies and propaganda just to sell their newspaper. That is very bad. It's unfortunate.
And that is what is prompting all those questions, all those uninformed questions from the masses.
And that is why Miro Africa
These are the handiwork of media outlets.
That is why Miro. I have been searching for your contact for a very long time.
Yeah, we have to appeal to the media profession. Please, please, please. Help us and feed the public with proper information, because the media is power. If you confuse them with lies and propaganda, they will just be confused and you are destroying the society. It's terrible.
But you know that, Barrister, this media we are talking of now belongs to one part of Nigeria that are still controlling the media, the Yorubas. And we, the Igbos or the Eastern region, we doesn't have anyone. And even though those that most of us have, it's not even protecting the interests of their people.
Now, listen. All this accusation about the Yoruba controlling media, did they stop any other section of the country from investing in media? Did the Yoruba people stop the Igbos from investing in media? Did they stop the Hausas from investing in media? So why all these accusations that they are controlling the media? Invest in media also. What is wrong with that? I remember when we filed the suit in 2012, when I filed this suit, indigenous people of Biafra against the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2012, I know some newspapers owned by the Easterners who refused to publish it. They refused to publish that case. They said that they received order from somewhere, maybe from above, not to publish the case between Biafra and Nigeria. It's just in recent time that the case started coming up. People started hearing it. Yeah, that was when indigenous people of Biafra took Nigeria to court in 2012. And that case is still in the Federal High Court. But who heard about it? Because the newspapers in the East, they refused to publish it until all the roadside newspapers and some other social media began to publish the news. So how do you accuse the Yoruba people of dominating or taking over media? Do they stop you? So let the Igbos and the Hausas and other people also invest in media.
Yes, Leonard friend. I
Yes,
wish to align myself with I wish to align myself with your submission as to the allegation against the Yorubas. I align myself with your submission. And I also want to say that there are some issues that are going on in this country that are very, very political.
Hello, the caller on the line. Can you hear me? Very political. Barrister, can you hear the caller on the line?
Yes, someone is calling.
Yes, I need to put a contribution on what.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, the caller on the line. What's your name? Where you are calling from? And we are.
My brother, I'm calling from Essen. I know you and you live in this book. I'm calling from Essen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling from Essen.
What's your name? Then?
So
my
name is Ferdinand from Essen.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm an Igbo man, my brother. So this man you are speaking with, I don't know him. That man is. We don't need to see him again. Really. He's not. The lawyer that you are speaking with, the man, I don't know what you are calling him.
We have two lawyers. We have two lawyers.
The one from London, the one that said that he based in London.
Listen, my brother. Here, you have to be constructive. You have to have questions. You have to have challenges. If there is anything that barrister is saying that he doesn't like, challenge him with something reasonable. Not that we don't want to.
No, but no, my brother. When you are hearing from what you are hearing from this man, don't need to challenge him anything.
What did he
say?
Okay, what did he say that?
All the things that I'm hearing from him is not even. It's not something interesting.
Call something. Where did he go wrong now?
All the roads. Where did he go wrong?
Yes.
My brother, you see that whatever that he's saying here is not. He's speaking. He told these people are against this guy.
Excuse me, my brother. Let me come in.
Wait, my brother.
Wait. Calm down. Wait. Barrister said I doesn't know the content of Nnamdi Kalu's case. That is why the Nnamdi Kalu barrister is here to explain. And he did it, and the barrister EMEKA understand and said that is what he thought too that was going on. But he doesn't have anything, he didn't say anything wrong. I'm not against the Nnamdi Kalu. I'm not even supporting any side, but I'm in the middle. If you have any question to challenge barrister, chip it in. That's why we have number that you should call.
Okay, no problem, but I don't see this man as something that somebody that you can challenge because
God bless you. So, my people, barrister, don't be annoyed. My people, those that are listening in, the barrister on the left is the Nnamdi Kalu's barrister. Barrister EMEKA is in the middle. He is legal, is practicing in Nigeria and in Wales, and also in London. Barrister, you may correct me if I'm making mistakes. If you want to call in, my people, call in, ask questions. Don't carry personal anger somebody you doesn't know you haven't met before. Here we argue to learn and disagree to agree. Not to just come in and just talk whatever. I will drop you. Sorry for that, but let's continue.
Well, that's okay. I think that is sorted. That's sorted. You raised a question about the Yorubas dominating the media, and which I said they did not stop us. They did not stop the Igbos. They did not stop the Hausas. And my learned friend agreed with me. So it's an open, it's open business. It's open market. Any person who wants to go to the media, you go ahead.
You know, I was saying something before the caller came in.
Okay.
I was trying to chip in some things to your submission before the caller came in.
Yeah.
We are having some, in fact, in this country, we are having what we call monotheistic sectionalism in this country.
Yeah.
We don't have a president of Nigeria. We have a president of the Hausas. Are you getting it now?
Yes,
so anything that comes from the Igbos is seen and termed hate speech. Are you getting it now? So
yeah.
because of the commando attitude of the federal government towards the people of Igbos, Even the media outlets that are being sponsored by the Igbos are afraid. If an Igbo man says anything, they will send police to go and kill him. If another person says it, nothing will happen to the person. So this thing goes a long way to affect or to intimidate the media from the East from coming out and saying the truth. If you come to Nigeria now, yes, if you come to Nigeria now, you understand that there are so many media outlets that are being sponsored by this current administration. Whatever they say against the Igbos, the government is willing to support it. But if anybody comes out to say the truth about the Igbos, they will term it hate speech, and they will send the security agencies, the DSS, the police, the army to go and clamp the person down. It is happening everywhere in the East. Everybody's afraid of talking. Are you getting it now? It is because of this mayhem, this intimidation. It is because of the marginalization. That is why it appears as if the media outlets from the East are not talking. They are talking, but the government is always having their gun towards them to shoot at any time. That is the problem we are facing in this country at the moment.
But EMEKA, you said something yesterday by challenging the government legal way. By what you just saying now, is there anything that the Easterners and their thing can do to be able to alleviate themselves a little bit from this type of marginalization?
Well, let me, and there was an example, what happened in 2012 or 2013, when we started actually, Indigenous People of Biafra started in 2011, but we had judicial notice in 2012 when we went to Federal Court, and then there was a newspaper then or magazine called Eastern Pilot.
Yes, I heard about it. Yeah.
Yes.
By Awog. So I remember sometime in 2012 or 2013. So he called me and said he published the Biafra news, because that was when the case started. So that the DSS in Abuja, so they impounded his newspapers. So I had to file action in Abuja then against them, and the case started very serious. So we challenged them, and yeah, they backed off. Eastern Pilot continued. So what I'm saying is that if you publish, so long as what you publish is true, and somebody wants to clamp down on you, you can challenge him. Yes, so there's no need to be afraid. Eastern Pilot was publishing, and we challenged them when they tried to clamp down on him, and we challenged them. From here, I called some lawyers in Abuja, sent some money, and they filed action. I challenged the federal government. So it can be done. Those newspapers owned by the Easterners, let them preach out, let them speak out the truth. Let them not be afraid. If the federal government wants to clamp them down, call us, we'll fight it. Don't be afraid. That's it. So you shouldn't be afraid, please.
Yeah, Leonard friend.
Yes, my brother.
May I also, of course, when you said you also practice in Nigeria and you practice in Wales, so I assume you understand. You understand? Yes. Yeah, England and Wales. You understand that what we have as our laws does not really apply in our society. I don't know if you are aware of that reality. Some of us that are based here in Nigeria permanently, we understand that going to court since the inception of this administration does not help matters, because the government selects the judgment of the court to obey. When you go to court and obtain an injunction from court, commanding or ordering the Nigerian police force to release somebody, and they will tear the court order in your presence. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It is that bad.
So
they will tear the court
you want to tell
presence.
the people, you want to tell the people now that are watching that Nigeria doesn't have rule of law.
They don't obey the law. They don't obey the law. The court will give an order. A mere police sergeant will tear the court order. Nothing will happen. So people going to court, they go there to waste their time. Sorry to say this thing, but it's the reality. I must say it. That is the truth.
That is what the people is saying. Nigeria, taking Nigeria to court is fooling yourself.
It's a waste of time.
Now it's your turn.
There was a time we went and obtained. There was a time some of my colleagues went and obtained a judgment against the police, Nigerian Police Command, Kano. They went to serve the judgment, the court order on the police. A police officer, a junior police officer, tore the court order. That is how it happens. The other day, they were asking the Minister of Information, why is it that this administration selects judgment of court to obey? Why is the government disobeying the court order? I was so surprised that this man gave an answer that is so ridiculous. He said that the government is disobeying the court order in the interest of the government or of the nation. What kind of madness is that? How can you say you're disobeying a court order in the interest of the nation? Does it happen in Wales? Does it happen in England? Does it happen in Scotland? Does it happen in Northern Ireland? It doesn't happen that way. So that is why when you say let's go to court, citizens are afraid. They don't go to court. Because when they go to court, especially in this current administration, where they don't obey court order, DSS will tell you that we can arrest you. Nothing will happen. And nothing will happen at the end of the day. The other day, they arrested a Supreme Court justice. Till today, nothing has happened. They went to Supreme Court, they kidnapped him. They didn't arrest him, they kidnapped him. And nothing happened. Kidnapped a Court of Appeal justice. Kidnapped Federal High Court justices, and nothing happened. If justices of the Supreme Court could be kidnapped and nothing happened, what happens to mere men, poor citizens, poor masses? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It doesn't happen that way in Nigeria. It's a failed country. It's not working anymore. In fact, this referendum is something that should cure the problem of Nigeria. They should be allowed to determine the people that will govern them. They should be allowed to determine who should govern them. It is their right. It is their. In fact, Nigeria has never worked. It's not working. That's just the truth. It's not working, and it cannot work. I get what I'm trying to say. Okay, they want to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. Why? For exercising the right contained in Article 2 of African Charter on Peoples and Human Rights. They want to arrest him because he exercised his right contained in Article 1, Part 2 of UN Charter, which has been incorporated in Nigeria by Section 12 of our Constitution. Then why do they want to arrest him? For exercising the right that he has. The right that has been backed up by several UN conventions, treaties, international treaties. Why are they arresting him? What has he done wrong? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that is why that is the reality in this country. Going to court does not solve the problems. There's a political enmity. There's a political malice going on. If it's not coming from the north, forget about it. That is the problem we are facing here. Sorry, I'm sounding this emotional, but because we are feeling it, we are feeling the pains of the people. We go to court. We struggle to defend them in court, to put up their cases. At the end of the day, the court will give a judgment, and the other party, which is the federal government, will not obey it. Why going to court then?
Okay. So it means that the judiciary is powerless in Nigeria, and that yes, that the judiciary is powerless in Nigeria. So there's no need to have the court system again in Nigeria. Therefore, what will now reign in Nigeria should be anarchy. That is what you're telling me.
No, I'm not telling you what should reign. I'm telling you what is reigning. I'm not telling you what should happen. I'm telling you what is happening. Are you getting it now? Okay.
So yes. Anarchy now is what is happening. Anarchy, lawlessness.
Lawlessness. If they say that the judiciary is the hope of is the last hope of the common man, and common man cannot go there.
Hold on. Now the NBA, all the lawyers in Nigeria, they are feeling the same way you are feeling, that there is lawlessness in the country, and the NBA and NBA has kept quiet up to this time.
Some of us that are into the human rights industry feel the pains of the masses more. You will bear me witness. At least I believe you're a human rights activist.
Yes, I am.
You in that industry will feel the pains of the masses.
The caller on the line, allow the barrister to finish what they are saying there before you will be able to call in. Respect my dropping for now. Sorry,
so that is the NBA. I don't want to say. I don't know if you followed what happened when those judges were kidnapped. NBA in the first place they said it was wrong. In the second breath they said that Nigeria NJC should relinquish the judges to be tried. How can a judge be tried without first being tried by NJC? How can you relinquish a judge to be tried by the federal government without being tried by the NJC for the first time? How can the federal government try a judge for professional misconduct?
No, it's not possible. It's not right.
It doesn't happen that way.
No, it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't happen. The NJC. It doesn't happen that way. They should be referred to NJC. That's it. But what the thing is that the Nigerian Bar Association has a major role to play. I agree with you that Nigeria is not working and is fraudulent and has not worked. Yes, I believe that Nigeria was put up as a fraudulent entity from the beginning. There's nothing called Nigeria, really.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist, because when I started this case, I went to the British authorities. First question is, how did you enter our land in the first place? And they said they signed, their ancestors signed agreement with our ancestors. And I had a map of the ancient map of Africa, 16th century, 17th century, 18th century, where the map of Biafra was there. And that's okay. I want to see the agreement signed between the ancestors of Biafra land and the British people. And they gave me all the agreements. Yes. They gave me all the agreements which our ancestors signed with them. And this formed the basis of the suit I filed in court. Now, one thing that stands out there is that in those agreements, there was no place our ancestors agreed with the British authorities to form a new country called Nigeria, or any name at all. In fact, at page 24 of that agreement, our ancestors clearly said, we have a grant permission to the British to trade only in our land, but never to interfere with the government of our country. So that's how they wrote it. We give permission to the British traders, then they came as traders, to trade in our land, but never to interfere with the government of our country. That's how it was written there. And at the time, 16th century, which country were they talking about? There was no Nigeria then, but there was Biafra then. So, and then I began to ask, then how our ancestors say you should not interfere with our country, the government of our country. How then did you interfere to create a new country for them? That's a problem. So there was no agreement to even create a country. Let us say, yes, there was an agreement for them to enter our land, but there was no agreement to interfere with our country then in existence, which was Biafra. So there was no, in fact, the formation of Nigeria itself was fraudulent from the beginning. You know, they went beyond what was agreed just to trade in our land. Good. So I see Nigeria as a fraudulent entity created, but
it's a mistake.
But how do we go from there? Already
that's the question. How do we solve this? Mathematics?
Yeah. So somebody said, now we discovered the foundation is wrong. It was faulty. It was not on with the consent of our ancestors, but already something has been established. What do we do? How do we destroy it? How do we?
So for example,
we should not vote.
For example, they are teaching our children in the primary schools and secondary schools that Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, and the rest were the founders of Nigeria. The truth is that I've studied history. Nigeria has existed 14 years before Nigeria existed 14 years before 1900. Nigeria has been existing in 1900. Then in 1914, they amalgamated this country, Northern and Southern Protectorate. At the time of the amalgamation, Nnamdi Azikiwe was just 10 years. Nnamdi Azikiwe was born in 1904. Nnamdi Azikiwe was 10 years old. How can you tell us that a 10-year-old person founded Nigeria? There is something about intelligence. Manipulation.
History.
It doesn't happen. You can tell us that Nnamdi Azikiwe, who was 10 years old as at 1914, is a founder of Nigeria. Nigeria is a British company. Yes. The company has fallen. The people should be allowed to go. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
We are getting
yes, there should be a referendum. But do you know that as I'm talking to you now in Spain, Catalonian, they have their army, they have their agencies still under Spain. They are struggling to leave Spain. But do you know that none of them is being killed by the Spanish government? Why is it that any Biafran that leaves the Biafran flag, they will shoot him at sight?
Good.
They
allow Balesa to pump in here now, Balesa EMEKA. Clarify this issue.
I've referred this thing now. Catalonia you mentioned and some others you mentioned, they followed the due process before they were able to establish their own army and all those structures you have in place now.
Exactly what we're doing now.
They followed the due process before they were able to establish the structure you have now. And that is the process we're also following. We will eventually get there. We will eventually get there. We are following that process to establish our own structures on the ground. Referendum is a political process, and there's a process to get there, and we need a the structure on the ground to conduct this referendum. So we are getting there. We have already put things in place to get there. So that is the issue. But some Biafrans don't quite understand when they talk about referendum. They think it is just overnight. But there must be structures on the ground. Suppose now we want independence. Suppose today, this night, the federal government of Nigeria, maybe the president of Nigeria, makes a national broadcast this night and says that the federal government, the National Executive Council, they have decided that Biafra should now be free. That henceforth, Biafra is declared as a free, independent country. This night, by 12 midnight, that from the following day, we have Biafra. So what do you think will happen? We don't have structures on the ground already. We don't have structures. So there has to be a process to get ready. It's just like a woman who conceives a child. The child there's a gestation period of 9 months. There's a natural order of things, and then the child will be born. So that's how it's going to happen. We shall get there. We shall have referendum, quite all right, but there's a process for it.
Barrister, let me ask you a question, please, sir. If referendum is a political process, and the Biafran people try to emerge themselves with new party called UPP, today it didn't work out. Don't you think for us to achieve what we are looking for, we should form our own political party to get ourselves through? When
I talked about political process, I'm not talking about UPP. I'm not talking about Nigerian political. You see, I don't blame you now. You know, so when I use that language, political process, maybe your mind.
I understand the implication of your word, of your language.
No, I mean the broadcaster.
Yes, I know where you are going, Barrister. But if political process and the people we have in this level cannot come out openly to protect the interests of Biafrans, don't you think we should? Is it not a nice idea for us to have such a thing to be able to fight our way through?
Okay. Now let me bring SNP as an example. The Scottish National Party, Scotland. Here, the Scottish people started agitating for independence, and they went through the political process. They formed their own party, the Scottish National Party. And it is this their Scottish National Party that is advocating for their independence in the British Parliament. So, and they have been able to achieve a lot. And if not for a little margin, they would have gone the last time they had their referendum. But yes, but they lost by a little margin. So that's a good example or a good warning to us. If Scotland could lose by a little margin, what do you think will happen if Biafra referendum is conducted now? Don't you think that many of the Biafrans in Lagos and the North will come home and vote no? They want to remain in Lagos and want to remain in Abuja and so on. So I think we need some time to begin to educate them, time to reorientate their minds.
Barrister, I want to disagree with you slightly in that.
Comment. It's crossed.
Yes, in that regards.
I mean, reorientating their minds.
Yes, let me tell you the truth here. Aside being one of a senior member of Nnamdi Kanu defense team, I'm also a very active participant in the activity of the IPOB. I understand and I know the inside arrangement of IPOB. And I can tell you that our people are tired of this nation. I can tell even the people in Lagos, even the people in Port Harcourt, that are not even one of the 5 states that make up the southeast. 70% of all the occupants of these various states They are tired of this country. They want to go. They have been oriented. In fact, do you know that in Ebonyi State, Nnamdi Kanu could summon over 6 million persons? How many people are in Ebonyi State? If 6 million people could rally, who we need to educate? We've educated our people. They are willing. They are waiting for the referendum to come up. They are willing to vote against this country. I've run a perimeter check. I've scrutinized this opinion on several social platforms. And I'm telling you, 20 among 22 will say they don't want Nigeria. 20 among 22, several times.
That's okay.
95% will tell you, I don't want this country. In fact, we have our structure already. The only thing that we need, in fact, we have our structure, we have our agencies all structured, we have our roadmap, we have a mapped out strategy. This BIAFRA has been set up the way it should be. All we're waiting for is referendum.
So, Barrister, how do you think that we can be able to get referendum as soon as possible?
No, that's okay. Since he said he thinks that there's no, there won't be that failure, you know, that all the people will vote. Well, that's okay until we get to that stage. Until we get at that stage, and then we test it and see. Yeah, we have to. It will eventually. It is going to end by testing it. It has to be by vote, testing it, and every Biafran is permitted to vote. He has the right to vote. So
there is a brother that sent in a question. His name is Dear Bishop. He said, "What about Igbos who get the cakes from the federal government and refuse to talk about Biafra? So, from example, Okorocha."
Let me tell you the truth. Yeah?
I'm saying that every Biafran has right to vote. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So
let me tell you the truth here.
Yeah? Yes.
If you do a holistic study of history about evolution, there are always people that are from the side that are being required to be emancipated that will say they don't want it. There were so many black South Africans that said that apartheid policy should continue. Even during the time of Ben Gurion, the then Prime Minister of Israel, there were some Israelis that stood against that emancipation. So it is not a strange thing. It's not a strange thing for us to have those bad people. They will be there, but they are in the minority. They are in the minority.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, some will vote yes, some will vote no, and then we will now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Has right to.
The barrister from Nigeria have another question from a different topic. There are so-called barristers, the defenders of democracy in Eastern region, that wrote letter to Obiano one certain time, telling him about rearresting Nnamdi Kanu. That Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to the democracy of Eastern region. I don't know those organizations, but I have one question for you on that issue. Don't you think that the Igbos or the Southeast lawyers should have an organization that will be looking after mostly the human rights of the Eastern region people?
We have them.
And why are they allowing people like Okorocha and the Obiano to be taken live?
Do you know who they call Olusabokoba SAN?
No.
He runs the biggest law firm in maritime in the West Africa. He has his headquarters in Lagos. Olusabokoba has instituted an action against the federal government of Nigeria in favor of the Southeastern people. We have countless of lawyers that are fighting for the emancipation of the people. Let me tell you the truth. Personally, I've been involved in several matters for the rescue of the unlawfully detained Biafran agitators. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
There are so many. We have a network of lawyers that are in so many places going to rescue them from prisons, from police custodies, and all that. They are working tirelessly. In fact, they are doing a good job. We have many of them. That letter you talked about, I personally replied that letter, calling that Nnamdi Kanu should be arrested. These are few underfed political beggars that are dancing to the tune of these few elites that do not have the interest of the push of the generation to come at heart. They don't have the interest of the masses at heart. What they want is for them to complete their tenure, for them to have an election and complete the looting of the money of the masses. They just have the money to recruit a few lawyers. Those lawyers are very, very few. They are in the minority. They are only paid to do that. We've replied them at several points. We've replied them at several times. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
So these people are the people that are seeking cheap attention from the federal government. They are the people that are comfortable with the crops they pick from the table of the masters. But the majority of the lawyers in the Southeast are strongly behind the IPOB and the rights of the Eastern people.
But why don't they press the state governments in terms of... Okay, why don't they press the federal government in terms of using live ammunition on armed protesters without using... why don't they use like tear gas or rubber bullet to or water or hot water or something to chase them away, but they use live ammunition? Why don't you lawyers do something about that?
We are doing something about that. That underscores what I told you about the state of this country. Anarchy being the tradition. Anarchy. The other time, people approached the Human Rights Commission, which is the supreme human rights protectors in the country. People approached them. In front of the Human Rights Commission, they were being shot. They were using armored vehicles on them. I think that's what I'm trying to say. People that came to protest harmlessly before Human Rights Commission, Nigerian police in the heart of Abuja, in the heart of the federal territory, were using live ammunition on these people. I'm telling you that it is not working. It cannot work. Going to court cannot solve it. We have been writing, we have been speaking at all times. Okay, now they say that they're not policing social media. That is the new trend now. The military is now going around to capture people that are talking against Nigeria, talking against the current administration. There is nowhere in the Armed Forces Act or in the Army Act that they have the right to monitor people's life on social media. It is authorized by their function. But because we are running a country that is full of anarchy, we are running a monarchy system. That is why they can do that. If you talk anything against Nigeria, they loot money, talk about it, they say you are talking hate speech. The other day, they said, I don't want, of course, if you are following what's happening in this country, you should know the person. It's terrorism. A single executive administrator who open his mouth and write the Constitution of Nigeria, saying that hate speech is not terrorism. Now, terrorism has been defined by a person.
Barrister EMEKA, what do you have to add on this issue if the Constitution of Nigeria has been rewritten without the notice of the people?
No. When you talked about rewriting the Constitution, it doesn't mean that somebody, when the Constitution he's referring to is the 1999 Constitution, which was imposed upon us by the military.
Okay.
And they say it is we the people, which is fraudulent. It's not we the people that made it. It's the military that made the Constitution and imposed it upon us. Now, this is part of the thing we are saying. Nigeria is built upon false foundation. But the issue now, the false foundation has now created so many things. All of us pass through it. Your university degree, your certificate of occupancy, your driving license, your citizenship, everything is built upon that false foundation. So how do we do it? Somebody says, one of our learned friends has gone to court to challenge the Constitution that is fraud, that the judiciary, the court should declare it fraudulent, null and void, and set aside the Constitution. Now, if you do that, if any judge now declares the Constitution invalid, null and void, everything collapses because everything is built upon that. There will be no more judiciary, no state, because the Constitution created the states, created the judiciary, created the military, created all those things. So if you declare the Constitution null and void now, invalid, everything collapses immediately. So how do you go about it? That's why I'm saying that in a situation like this, it requires wisdom. It requires knowledge to be able to, because one law, public law says, salus populi est suprema lex. The safety of the public is the supreme law. So we handle it in such a way that the public, for the good of the public, for the safety of the public, will be able to, some say it is restructuring, some say no. But I think the Ohaneze Memorandum of 2012 that called the National Assembly to create 6 autonomous self-governing regions to start with. I think that may be the best option for now. Every region, that is, it is independence, quite all right, but the 6 regions, everyone becoming independent, we can start from there within the one Nigeria first of all. This is one of the options. One of the options.
Do you know that this option you mentioned now was tabled at the floor of the National Assembly, House of Rep, precisely, and it was thrown out. It didn't survive the first hearing.
It will come back.
They threw it away.
It will come back. They can't escape
because a particular person, a particular region will suffer if this thing happens.
No, we will eventually get there.
Suffer if it happens. So anything that happens within this contraption called Nigeria is fraudulent. It cannot work. Why did they reject? Why did they reject the communique of the National Confab that was held in 2014?
Well, I was told that communique, National Confab of 2014 was not backed by law. I was told it was not backed by law.
Somebody's volume is on. Please mute.
Yeah, my learned friend, confirm it, please. I was told that the 2014 National Confab, organized by President Goodluck Jonathan, was not backed by law. That after the conference, they did not enact a law, pass a bill, making it a law, so it can be binding on the nation. Is that right?
His line is hanging.
Okay.
His line is hanging. Oh, he has.
Well, we have only 2 minutes more. I have only 60 minutes.
Okay.
It is 60 minutes with EMEKESIRI every day,
yes.
7, 8. So I have only 2 minutes more, and then I will call it a day for today.
Barrister, you really did well. On this issue now that you just raised up, do you think that such a thing will survive in Senate?
Eventually, we are getting there. They cannot escape it. It is actually the 7th prayer in the suit we filed in the federal court for the defendants, that the federal government, to bring a bill in the National Assembly as an executive bill, granting self-autonomy, granting autonomy to the 6 regions to govern themselves within the one Nigeria. It's one of the prayers we made in court. And they cannot escape it. That's where we are going. Eventually, that's how it's going to happen. That's the first step. The 6 regions, every region will be independent within the one Nigeria. That's the first step. Every person should hear it now. That is what we are looking for right now. We shall still be one Nigeria, but every region will govern itself. That is the first step. And they cannot escape it.
Wow, thank you, Barrister. Thank you very much. Thank you for educating us today. And I will use this opportunity to thank also the Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer for creating out this time and spending all this airtime just to educate our people about the fake news, about the wrong information that is flying about. All of you, the listeners of today's show, notice that Barrister EMEKA and the Barrister Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer, they did not fight on air. They understand each other. They rub shoulder. They are learned friends, and they understand this game more than we do. So I'm just adding this word so that our people will not be throwing hatred speech online and saying something that is abnormal. Barrister is clear, Nwafibo. He's a real Biafran man. He has been working. Even, let me tell you people, many people think today that they are moving freely with Biafran flag and talking about Biafra is only achieved by the rally of Nnamdi Kalu. Barrister EMEKA that you are seeing here today, because he took Nigeria to court, gave all the Biafrans the immunity to carry their flag and their identity openly without being arrested. I said, Barrister, thank you very much for that.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you.
All right, so we will see tomorrow again by the same time.
Yes, thank you, Barrister. God bless you. Please, do you have the last word to give to our people before you leave?
I just pronounce blessings upon every person who has heard my voice or who will hear my voice. Every person, I pray God to bless you. Keep us, and we meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now, Barrister. Bye-bye. God bless you. I said... So, my people, it's not an easy discussion today. You have heard directly from the horse's mouth, from Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer and Barrister EMEKA. They understand themselves, and it's a pity that most of you did not call in or write a lot of questions that could have helped in other part of discussion. Somebody just right now, but it's a little bit too late. Ogidi, Barrister is already left. A lot of you have to keep the question for tomorrow. Hello, they call on the line. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my brother, is not here. Jeff from Sweden. Meka Proketa. Mo anana ikigwa mmadụ ihe a n'ihu. Proketa agwara m ihe m chọrọ ịgwa ya. That is, I've been happy on that.
No. Do you know why I try to meet you? It's because
Eso that Nana, listen, eso na ya ị na-ekene ya ọ na-ediketa ya wụ ha ịnwa ọ bụ ihe onwe ya.
My brother, the time in Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer was talking, and Barrister, please lower the volume. I'm getting everything back again.
Yes.
Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer was explaining something, and he's listening in to be able to say something about that, and we are calling. A boss in or the discussion will disappear. So I want people to pick on that issue.
I wanted to comment that that is just what said yesterday. That is what brought this argument today.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to comment on that time, but he did not allow me. I want to tell him.
Okay, go ahead. You can say it now because he will still watch.
But it's not online. It's not online. I'll wait for him tomorrow. No, I'll wait for him tomorrow. I'll wait for him tomorrow.
When you walk, you know.
No, I'm not online. I made the thief on the buy online. In your 2012 for now. Everything 2012. Rubbish.
Enweghị ihe dịka rubbish. Onye ọbụla nwere the way o ahụ ihe niile na-aga na. Egetala. Onye ọbụla nwere his own view. You want your own way of seeing things and
exactly.
According to his own profession, also according to follow ya, and other people they follow you through many ways. You get to go. That is their own belief. You know, they deceive on
the air, they deceive on the buy, they deceive on the mother.
Hello, they call on the line. What's your name and where you are calling from? My brother, wait, somebody. Wait, somebody's on the line. They call on the line. Can you hear me?
Hello,
my brother from Sweden. Please wait. Somebody's on the line. Let's welcome him. Who is on the line, please?
Yeah, please. Yeah, my name is Ikenna. Please, I want to know when are you on air right now?
I'm still on air, but Barrister have already left, and the other Barrister too. Do you have any question to add?
No, I just want to know when you're always online because I have. I'm just wondering about the meeting. I'm coming from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, we do start at 7 o'clock German time. You know, Nnamdi Kalu lawyer was online, and the Barrister was also online today. Maybe by tomorrow by 7 o'clock German time. No, sorry. Let me not make mistake. 8 o'clock German time. 7 o'clock was London time. But 8 o'clock German time.
In the evening or
in the evening.
8 p.m. or
8 p.m. 8 p.m. German time.
8 a.m. or 8 p.m.
PM.
PM.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just wondering about the outcome of the meeting that our coordinator had with the Eastern governors today. I'm just wondering about the essence of the meeting.
Okay. Wait 1 minute. Let me. The Carlo lawyer is calling in. Let me pick his call. Hello, barrister. Can you hear me? Barrister, can you hear me?
Sorry, there was a network problem.
Yes,
sorry about that.
Network issue, but the other, your learned friend is already gone because the issue is always 1 hour, you know. But
okay.
Somebody call in now and ask something. The call on the line. Can you ask that question again?
Yeah, please. I want to understand the essence of the meeting that our coordinator is having with the Southeast governors in Enugu today. My name is EMEKA, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Hello?
Yes, he's hearing you.
This is one of the series of meetings that I've been having. But you remember that there was a meeting between our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and some other leaders of the Eastern region.
Yeah, the one that he had with
you are begging that he should. Yes, they were begging him to reverse the order he gave that people should boycott the election. I don't know if you watched the video.
Yes,
he refused.
I did.
He told them he was going to consult his people, and that was intelligence displayed. And when he went to Aba, Aba was the last place he went to. He told them there that there will be no election in Anambra State, that they would boycott the election in Anambra State. So this meeting that is going on, they were still calling to beg him for restructuring. But trust me, I can assure you that he cannot accept that.
Yeah, because if they do, my position is this: if they have a case, because you can have governors asking the elections to go on when they cannot come out in front of the people that voted them into power and state their own case. They know that they have not done anything. They know that they have not done anything. That is why they are not coming out to state any case. I don't know why you want people to go to vote. There's no.
You know the truth, the truth is that they have lost the people. The people are in 100% loyal. They are 100% loyal to Nnamdi Kanu.
My people do not have basic human needs. Basic human needs. There is what is the essence of going to the polls?
Nothing. They just. I told you earlier. If you listen to me when I was reacting to one of the questions, one of the issues that somebody brought in earlier today, I told you people that these are few selfish elites. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
What kind of human beings are these?
These
basic human needs.
There's no lights.
Basic human needs.
There's no water. There's no roads. There is nothing. No security everywhere.
Our people are dying every day. Our people, the largest business in Nigeria today in Eastern region is selling coffees. You know, those that are producing coughs are the
look at the state of they say that it is called federal roads. Look at the state of our federal roads. This is a deliberate attempt by the Nigerian government. This is a deliberate attempt by the Nigerian government to make sure that nothing comes to our Eastern region. This is totally unacceptable. I don't know who you call Nyawodo. I don't know who he thinks he is representing. This man called him Nyawodo. I don't know who voted him into power. I don't know when we Igbos went to the polls to decide who we speak for us. Who is in Nyawodo in the first place?
Kola, what I want you to understand is the truth is taking upper hand. The truth is taking upper hand in the sense that people are now listening to Nnamdi Kanu and no other person. That is why all these governors, they are calling him because they know he is the mouthpiece of the people. And I'm so confident that he cannot betray the people. He can't betray the people.
Because of their selfish interest.
The selfish interest. They're calling him to make him bend, but he cannot bend. He has told them that it is either.
The only reason why they are calling him because of their selfish interest. Basic human needs. We are talking about basic human needs. These men, that call themselves governors. I don't know who put them into power, but basic human needs. My people don't even have basic human needs. Our eastern region is totally unattractive.
We are making progress. We are making progress. Very soon, the truth will eventually prevail. We will have this referendum we are talking about. We will have it. Machineries are being put in place vigorously. We will have it.
But don't you, Barrister, don't you think that Nigeria will infiltrate if there is something like referendum to do what the British did to the Scottish?
It is going to be a UN referendum. It is going to be a UN supervised referendum.
Yes, United Nations United Nations supervised the Scottish own, but the British that is corrupt like Nigeria still manipulate their game.
There is a very huge line of divergence.
Let me pick a call. There's a call on the line, please. Hello, the call on the line. What's your name? Where you're calling from? Lower your volume, please. Lower on the line. Can you hear me now? What's your name and where you're calling from? Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello. Hear me? Hello. Hello.
The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Caller on the... Hello, yeah.
So, my people, please continue. Barrister, please continue.
Okay. Like I was saying, the truth will eventually prevail. Why did I say
the truth will prevail? But my argument is this: Nigeria is being run by British, and Britain knows the game very well. You know, if we, as we are calling for referendum now, don't you think that Nigeria will still infiltrate the eastern region the way they have divided us for years and rule us? We couldn't even withstand it. In terms of referendum,
the truth has never been manifest as it is in this era. If you study history, it has either been 50-50 or 60-40. But man, I can tell you it is 90-10. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
There is a very huge line of divergence between what happened in Scotland and what's happening in this country. There were not this kind of human abuse, infrastructural neglect. There has never been this kind of marginalization. Look at yesterday. They appointed over 50 board members of NNPC. No single Igbo man was there. No single Igbo man.
They keep doing what they are doing.
Yesterday, no single Igbo man was appointed. 50 members of the board.
And this nation is no longer functioning, you know. And
so it has never been like this before. So what happened in Britain cannot happen here. They cannot infiltrate it. People are sensitized. People are sensitized. Even the villagers, they are willing to leave this country.
So, they're from US. Do you still have anything to add?
Yes, I'm just listening to the barrister because when essence of my call is just because I want to understand the essence of the meeting that he's having with these men, because these men are not really the true representatives of the people, because since they do not, since they can't give the people common basic human needs. We don't have.
Yes, I believe what the barrister is just trying to say is that they are begging him for election to be heard or to be held in Eastern region.
To be held in Eastern region. That's what I'm begging him, and he has made it clear to him that he cannot bend.
And he refused to deviate from that.
So that is the situation of things. This is one of the several meetings. They even had a meeting last week.
I think the essence is to bribe him. That is why they're calling him.
Yes, I believe they will be showing him bags of money so that he will take the bag of money and allow election to hold, because it's their normal business that they normally do to, use the people like toilet whenever they need them, but it will no longer work.
Let me tell you the truth here. If you recall, as in one of the court cases we had, Nnamdi Kanu said something. While he was still under DSS detention, federal government offered him oil wells. They offered him so many political appointments. That was when he was still under detention, before he was arraigned, and he refused all of them. There is no kind of money they will give him that he will accept. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
They will keep calling him, calling him for a long time, but he has refused to collect what they are giving him. When he was, I remember when we went to court and we got his bail, we left the court premises. Senators, they started calling all the Southern Eastern.
Let me pick the call. There is a caller calling in, please. Sorry. The caller on the line, please. May I know your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon from New York, United States. My name is Oliver.
Oliver, yeah?
Oliver. Also, UZO, U United Z Zebra O Oliver.
Oliver's on there. You are welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to add? The stage is yours.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I caught in midway into the discussion when the two lawyers were on air.
Yes.
And I was able to hear what they are saying there. You know, what they said. And, actually, I enjoyed everything that they said.
There is somebody's volume is loud. Please lower your volume so that the voice will not be coming back again.
All right. Actually, what I want to say is this. I'm not saying anything that Nnamdi Kanu and the other lawyer deliberated upon, because I've not been following this here forum. I'm just happy to call in, to have met it now. So the one thing I want to use this here medium to say, so that at least some other people listening to me will bear me witness. You know, I have tried my best in one way or the other to put in some articles, write things, and to say about Britain. You understand?
Yes.
Our people, the way they are talking about Britain, the way they castigate Britain, the way they make it look like if eventually Biafra comes on stream, that Britain is going to be an enemy of Biafra. I don't like that. From today, let the hierarchy of IPOB and whoever that loves Biafra to start sensitizing people and tell them to start treading softly when it comes to Britain. The way they're castigating Britain is not
Britain
good.
did not treat us good, my brother. On that, I disagree with you.
I know.
The history,
I know. It is political.
Even
remember,
the Israelis till today are not even taking it lightly with the Germans. Something that happened during Second World War. Why should we just forget so easily?
You see, that's a problem. That's a mistake we are making.
It's not a mistake. Loud. Please. Yeah, I know what you are saying, my brother. But Britain.
But remember that Britain is one of the 7 permanent members of UN. They have this dangerous vote to cast if Biafra makes it to the United Nations.
Even though we love them till tomorrow, Britain will vote against it. Take it.
Exactly. But you don't tell somebody. You don't tell somebody that he is your enemy. Listen. Definitely they will. But I tell you the truth. Let us start from today treading softly. In fact, the best policy against Britain is to ignore them. Stop talking about them. You understand?
I see wisdom in what you are saying. I see some political sense in what you are saying. But you also need to, there is wisdom in what you are saying. But you also need to understand that people have suffered a lot because of this problem, this hardship imposed on us by the Britain. And do you know the other time, the British ambassador visited the Obi of Onitsha. And you know what happened? It almost caused problem within the southeast. What has he gone there to do? They keep making people hate them the more. And after
what
he
was,
visited him,
excuse me,
there was
what was the essence of that visit?
The essence of that visit is to draw loyalty from the scourges of the East. Loyalty from the scourges of the East, who are the elite, who are the traditional rulers, who are the government officials, who are the governors and all that.
Okay.
Let me add somebody. There is a caller. Maybe he want to add something. Let's hear from him. Hello, the caller on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, brother.
Good evening, my brother. What's your name and where you are calling from?
My name is EMEKA. I'm calling from Canada.
Somebody's volume is loud. Please turn your volume down so that you don't need to hear yourself while you're talking. It won't be nice. Turn the volume down. Somebody on the volume. Please turn the volume down. I'm hearing myself.
Okay. I'll turn it down now.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah. I was listening and I didn't hear well what about this meeting our leader Nnamdi Kanu had with these people. I hope the court of election is still on.
The issue the barrister just said, he said that they were having meeting, calling him, inviting him, only to beg him to withdraw that no election in Eastern region. And
why our people, why are all these governors we have in the Southeast talking all this crap?
It is all about them.
Our mothers are being raped day and night.
It is
nobody
because it is all about them.
Those people to book.
It is all about their interest.
Nobody is saying bring them to book. Our sisters are being beheaded. Nobody is saying bring them to book.
1 minute.
The only thing they care is arresting Nnamdi Kanu, do this, do that. Police everywhere killing people in our place. This is nonsense.
1 minute. The barrister want to say something. Barrister, please come in.
Then, do you know that these governors, when the Fulani Asmen went and killed several persons in Enugu State, none of them came out to condemn it. They were all quiet.
Why are they keeping quiet?
These people went, they killed several people in Asaba, several IPOB members in Asaba. No governor came out to condemn it. They went to Aba, they killed people in church, IPOB people that are armless in church. No governor came out to condemn it. Now they are all
I am so
because of selfish interest.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Look at, I have had one stupid reverend father talking crap, telling people that same reverend father cannot ask Buhari why he's killing Christians in the north.
And I know
cannot ask them why they behead our sister who is preaching. But that same reverend father have the mouth to talk to Nnamdi Kanu who is challenging these people. What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with us?
Favor. They are looking for favor. Nothing else.
What type of favor? Favor you will get today. Ugunwai that is ruling Enugu State today. How some Fulani can rape his wife and cut off his head? He can't do nothing. Which kind of money is this?
The favor, like
when the Fulani headsmen killed people in Enugu State, do you know what that man did? The governor. Do you know what he did? He declared 3 days of fasting and praying. Can you believe that?
The problem.
He declared 3 days of fasting and praying. Can you believe that? A secretary of a state.
He didn't stop there. He went ahead. The next day, he was caught on camera where he was eating in a public function. The person that declared fasting and prayer was caught the next day eating in a public function.
I think can you
believe that?
It is time for revolution. All these people, it's time for revolution to kill all of them. Look at Rochas Okorocha. Rochas Okorocha killed a 10-year-old boy. And I feel sorry seeing the mother of that boy carrying the dead corpse of her son, not even an ambulance. Which kind of country are we living in? Do we have in Nigeria?
I have a question. I have a question for the barrister, please.
Go ahead.
Barrister, please. I just want to know why are they calling for the rearrest, calling for Nnamdi Kanu to be rearrested when several court orders the federal government of Nigeria flaunted court orders. I have not seen anybody calling for the rearrest of the chief executive of Nigeria for flaunting court orders on numerous occasions. He disobeyed court orders. So why is people not calling for his head, for him to be? Is he? My question is he above the law?
Of course, he's above the law. That is what he's trying to prove. That is what the problem.
I'm not saying people calling for
Igbos. We are destroying that Biafra. It is Igbos. I heard Peter Dochie in one video where he was talking like he loved Igbos and Biafra so much. Igbos, now that we have come together, his stupid son, Apotasinian as governor. That's the kind of
he can go ahead. He can go ahead, but I like what I call it. As long as we step our legs to the gas, we will not allow this to happen because power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. That is why they are feeling the heat.
It is high time our people. Look at this Arewa youth. Arewa youths are being celebrated.
Yes.
Taken to Hilton Hotel in Abuja, where they are discussing and talking nonsense. But our own leaders, governors, are sending.
Are they our leaders? No, they are not.
There is my brothers and sisters. I want to chip in something because of what is going on in Nigeria, and the barrister just made a comment about how issues are being handled in Nigerian court. There is one agreement that we are trying to figure out or fixed here in Germany. A Reverend Father with me, we want others, both from US and other part of the world, to join hand. We should have an organization, human rights organization, will be established outside Nigeria, here in Western world. And the duty got to be this. Something like this thing that happened in Imo State with Roger Sokorocha and in Anambra State, I mean the killing of our people, we should use that organization to sue Nigerian government in Nigeria and also sue them in outside Nigeria. If any of them
today I read online that Amnesty International came out saying Nigerian police are kidnapping people, and Britain, US, everybody is still selling arms and dealing with them. Last, before Buhari, Goodluck Jonathan, they refused to say arms to him, saying he was abusing human rights. But Buhari is shooting people down day and night, kidnapping them, flaunting court orders. Yet the whole Western world keep quiet. What is really going on? Is it not better all IPOB members go to British Parliament there and shut it down for 1 week and let the world know what is going on?
That's why
they are kidnapping our people in the night, in the morning, killing them. Nobody says anything.
Yes, that's
last
why,
time in Aba, Hausa police was, sorry my brother, last time in Aba, Hausa police was begging a driver to give him money. The guy had only 100 naira. Because he's a Biafran man, he saw a Biafran flag in his distance, he shot the guy like an animal. And these governors will not say that. The only thing they see is Nnamdi Kanu, cool down. Have these people gang up to sell our people for them to be slaughtered?
That is not because who in the first place voted for them? They only play a leader to the
They wrote the
nobody voted them. They were all wanted here. And it is high time we take back our land.
Thank you.
It's like high time we take back.
Now you are talking. How do we take back our land? We should start suing these people in advance world. If any of them traveled outside, they will get them arrested and they face the real judgment in a strange land. Because back home, they are untouchable. Lawyer made it clear. And how do we succeed on this thing? We have to create a strong organization that is independent of IPOB or Biafra. This one got to be human rights organization of the Eastern region people. That any killings, the governor of that state will face the music in advance world. They will not travel outside. You know that they did it to Abacha. Abacha did not leave Nigeria for 1 day. And we can also do those things now. How do we do that? We have to put our ass together. We are living in advanced world. It is our duty. It costs us nothing. $400, we will be able to create a very strong human rights organization that will summon, sue any of these guys in International Court of Justice. Can't we do it?
We can do it, of course. But I want to ask a question. Does it mean that the Amnesty International is irrelevant, is of no use again?
Let me ask you one question. Amnesty International was there when the war between Israel and Palestine was going on. Amnesty International was there when Russia and Ukraine and Crimea was going on. Amnesty International was there when Syria was destroyed. Amnesty International was there when Libya was destroyed. Who are then the Biafrans? It's we, the Biafrans, to take the matters in our own hand.
All these countries you have mentioned now, I have never heard of any of them like the Biafrans. Biafra, they have wasted 3.5 million Biafrans.
Somebody raise his volume again. Please lower your volume of what is going on the screen so that we'll stop disturbing or destroying our conversation.
This kind of thing, it pisses me off. Our problem is our people. People like all our government. No. People like
my brother. It's always like that. It's always like that. People that are benefiting will always want to kick against it, but they are few. Power belongs to the people. You see, the governors, they are running helter-skelter right now because we stepped our feet on the gas. You see, power belongs to the people. We should know this. They are still few in number.
Yes.
How many are they?
The key to this solution in Eastern region is no election.
It is so shameful that Reverend Fathers can open their mouth and talk garbage.
Who is the Reverend Father?
Who is a Reverend Father?
Most of our brothers.
What of your brother?
Who is the Reverend Father? So you still believe in Christianity and the Reverend Father? You still believe this people?
If you come to,
you still believe Christianity and what is freak is?
If you come to Germany, you will see Roman Catholic cathedrals being abandoned. Nobody's going there. They don't go to church. Those religions.
You still believe because they came and deceived our people?
The Pope is calling on Ahara people to come out and plead for forgiveness, or else he will do that. I said, my people, turn that church to Biafran church.
No, do we need
money to Vatican?
Me, I'm from Mumbai, and you heard what is happening there. In my place, I don't think is, no matter how bad they might be, but there's some of them, a lot of them still know the right thing to do. This Reverend Father,
under the umbrella of Roman Catholic, my brother, you are still the object of the Roman Empire. Take it or you leave it. That's simple as that.
With what I'm seeing, I guess everything points towards that.
Do you know why?
Pope never said anything.
Wait, do you know why this Pope was given Pope? Should I tell you why?
Please proceed, sir.
The Southern American people protest that if they do, because they have the largest Catholic on planet, if they don't produce Pope, they would deviate from Rome and follow Anglican. That's why this Pope emerged from nowhere. So
why are we Africans not doing that as well?
Since the history of Pope, whatever, no third world country have ever produced Pope. No.
Is there any other place you can find much Catholic church than Igbo land?
Yes.
The whole Eastern region?
In Southern America, my brother. Southern America, there are areas, there are countries you will not find one Muslim. All of them are Catholic. For sure.
Same with Biafra.
Biafra is divided. There are more Muslims today on on payroll than other side. Take it or you leave it, my brother. Religion should be kept aside. We should promote our ordinala, our own culture. The religion
now when our leaders are sitting there and deceiving and masterminding the killing of their own people.
Let me ask you, the time of ordinala, the time that ordinala is still active in Igbo land, can you see something like these politicians operating in Igbo land?
No. It's by merit, just like Nnamdi Kanu. That's why people are following him. People need the truth, Igbo tradition.
People with money are the one promoting this Ordinala Wevo or Menala Wevo, using their money to promote it because they know it is only the Omenala that can pinpoint them down. You don't have money to fight them in court, but they make it and they fall. Did you get me right?
Yeah.
If they are committing crime,
in those days,
you will summon them
justice.
before the president of Ezala. They will appear. But which court are you going to call Okorocha to that you will see him? Even though IBB tell this man Uputa that they are church rats to invite him to their panel. But during the time of our forefathers, what again was why do we drop the religion of our forefathers and keep on carrying the religion of our colonial masters and nothing is working? Look at Eastern region is drying up.
It shall never be well with that country, Britain. Those people are evil, real evil, especially that Tony Blair. What is happening in Nigeria now was as a result of
it's not only Britain. There is an analysis that was made in German. They made it to understand that Roman Catholic religion is the only religion that is not compatible with any other culture. That is not their doctrine. Muslims, you can still, they will respect your culture, but Roman Catholic will uproot the culture of the land they visited in and plant their own. If you say that is a lie, challenge me, and I will clarify it to the largest court.
I believe in the ways of our forefathers, because then there was no criminals, there was no thieves. A poor man, no matter how wretched you are, you get justice. No matter how rich that man is,
by that time,
he must bend down.
Our people that are farmers are training their children in the United States. Is it not true?
Yeah. You're right.
One
of my uncle went to school in those days.
But today, can a government worker in Igbo land, a farmer, even feed himself, talk less of a God? Can't we sit down and ask ourselves, what did we do wrong?
We have gone astray, but now Nnamdi Kanu have brought everybody back on track. What do we do to these our evil elders? These are our problems. If all these governors stand together and say nothing will happen, IPOB stand by their back, heaven will not fall.
Brother Henry that is calling. If I pick your call, I will mute other ones talking. If you may call the line that is there, that will be more easier. Thank you and God bless you. So, my brother, what I would like to add on this issue is this. We should start promoting and be proud of our culture and our identity. That is the key to everything. We keep on pointing hand to politicians, pointing hand to Britain, pointing hand to all people. We also are among the helpers that killed the culture and the development of the Eastern region. Can you be proud? You, me and you now talking on television now. In a meeting where they were talking about this, their church, and you said them, shut up. This church have destroyed our people. It is time for us to go back to the history of our forefathers. None of us, how many of us will be proud to say it? But my face is live. I'm showing my face.
I am one of them.
I believe in Ordinala.
247. I was about to become a reverend father. I backed off.
Oh, okay.
I understand that
you wanted
the
to
things
become a
happening in
reverend
our
father.
place now is not how it was before.
Thank you. Okay, you wanted
went
to
to
become a
seminary
reverend
school.
father before.
Before, yeah.
Did you go to seminary school?
Yeah, I went to Mata Ecclesia Seminary School.
Where do they practice
Mata Ecclesia?
Where do they practice homosexual on planet more than in seminary school? Am I lying or am I saying the truth?
You might be right, but in my own days, it was Sabak at 55. I didn't know anything about. In those days, I was following, our people, they fooled us by, we are worshiping our own God. They say, drop this and take this, it's still the same thing and all those stuff. That was where we got astray. But what every one of us should do now is, if we all stand together, why I say it's British problem is, look at Nnamdi Kanu now. He stand up and say the truth. Britain, we arm Hausa people, support them, tell them, kill them, we will defend you in the international distance. So how can you fight an elephant?
Not only Britain. America
is them.
Also
they are the masterminder.
No.
Our problem is not Hausa, it's Britain.
America, are they not the one that planted Buhari? And that's it. Before our eyes. Didn't it happen openly?
It was over Hillary Clinton, that bitch, Hillary Clinton and that stupid animal Obama.
Look, let me tell you what, my brother. These people that you
I regretted ever going
but America cannot, anything America do, Britain will always go there to tell them, they sit down, they discuss how they are going to bacanize Biafra and enslave all of them. Then America, you see the gullible ones, we follow the distance.
One thing you have to understand, my brother, is this. Britain, America is the subject of Britain. And anything that America does, let me put it this way. Anything Africa, Western world are united. No matter the division they have. Don't forget.
As they massacred 1,000, shot down 1,000 people in Agatu and in southern Kaduna, those areas, those blood means nothing to them.
Did you hear anything on CNN or BBC?
I didn't hear. That's why I'm asking, because I don't know. We are there thinking that those
our people will turn their picture to look like France if there is attack in France or if there is attack any place. But if they burn all the whole church people inside a church worshiping on Sunday, no government in Western world we said we condemned the killing of the innocent worshippers. Don't call it the Biafrans. Use the word worshippers. No. That means our blood, even their dogs and rats and cattle, their blood is more valued, because when the
God will pay them in their own coin. That is what I believe in. We pay them in their own coin.
Attack their animal, you will see that the government will react to ask the hunters to go after the fox. But when the terrorists destroy the life of our people in their congregation hall, that is just pigeon. It's just animal that just fall from a tree that has no value. That's why I'm telling my people, it is only you and I that will fight for our people. We should deviate from
how do we do it?
I said it here before. We should have a human rights organization that will be independent of Biafra. Get me? Because if
you think the Western world will respect such action, if they know what is going on in Nigeria and some blind eye, and we open it here, you think they will listen?
Let me finish. What are the Muslim people using against the Westerners today? Is it not their law? What are they using to put it? Yes. Why can't we use that same law that the Muslims saw the loophole to fight our own problem back home? We keep on ignoring it. We have not tested it, but we have judged it. Let us have a strong, because if we pick Biafra, they will say that is bias. Let us have Eastern Region Human Rights Organization that we will use to empower, like lawyers that are talking now. We will empower them to go after the Nigerian government, and we will have also a Western lawyers that will apply and file in a case. They will serve Nigerian government papers in Nigeria, and they will know whenever your leg touches Europe, you are going to face justice. That is their law. My brother, we have to give it a try.
It's a very wonderful idea you are bringing here. Now I begin to understand what you mean.
You know.
So what if they say they don't? What if they say they don't have jurisdiction?
I hope Britain will respect such law, because when it comes to Hausa community,
you don't go to Britain. Look,
they will smuggle them in.
I don't like Britain, because Britain, if you file in such a case in Britain, if those politicians want to come, a lawyer in Britain will go and get immunity from the federal to defend him to rally around. But if you go out like in German now, we go to German High Court and file in such a case, German will now send a letter to Interpol. The letter will be with Interpol. And that person will land in British airport. The two hands will become one. and they will send him to Germany. He has open case to answer. Period. But if you apply that case in
that
Britain,
is wonderful. Now I understand how you mean.
Yeah, Britain will defend them because they are the subject of Britain.
I was thinking it's in Britain because anything you do, Britain will always find a way to smuggle them in.
Excuse me. When you say when it comes to Africa, the whole Western world is united, do you think it's going to hold any water?
My brother, do you know why I use that word? They are united. Because one person is still ruling this planet. That's one country. That is United States. If you read the history, what happened during the Second World War, when America demanded for Africa from the British, if they want them to defend them, they signed an agreement, and that agreement was not disclosed to today. You know, somebody have brought up. Okay, they did not sign that agreement up to today. That means the whole Africa is now the subject of United States. Other colonial masters are there, but the person that have overall say is America. That's why America told China, you investing in Africa is act of war. It then means whatever you got to do, got to pass through me. But Africans doesn't know that Russia connect their business in Africa with the United States. Without that, they will destroy China in Africa. So whatever we are suffering today, America's hand is 85% on it. And people fail to understand that. That's the issue. When America coughs, the world catch fever. Nobody will go against the will of the United States. If Biafra will become a country, it is we that will look for lawyers in the United States that will start lobbying on behalf of Biafra in US. Then you will see that the status quo will start changing. But if we think that rallying on the street will bring Biafra, my brother, I'm afraid we are going nowhere. There are people who has the power to create country. And if it doesn't pass through them, you are playing. That is the game. Are you there?
Well, yes, I agree. I agree with what you just said, because I know that there are people that are in charge of this world, and things have to pass through them, even for you to be recognized as a sovereign nation.
Yes.
Yes, I get that part. So I think some diplomatic moves is going on. I think so, to the best of my knowledge.
Diplomatic, you know, the time of before Biafran war with Ojukwu. Ojukwu said that everything is at hand, everything is under control, we are doing blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, we doesn't even have a bullet to fight Nigeria. You know? I believe that things should be going accordingly, but what I will advise those championing the Biafran race, don't forget to lobby on behalf of Biafra in United States. You may avoid other countries, but US is a must. If it doesn't do that, I'm sorry, you got to start afresh again. You see what they did during the time of election? Clinton was doing her rally, and they invited all the 19 states governors in northern Nigeria to White House, and they played there, they baked their cake over there. Thank God that she didn't win. If I thought she win, maybe if she see my face, German will deliver me to Nigerian government tomorrow.
That's true. So, brother, I'll beg to leave. I have work to do. So,
thank you very much, my brother. God bless you for calling
in. I'll call in tomorrow 8 p.m. That will be around 2 o'clock my local time here in the East Coast.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for participating. God bless you for today and tomorrow and the day to come.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Bye.
So, my people, I'm going to close for today. It's almost 2 hours, and I have tried. Let us call it a day today.
Amarao Amayechie, Ojiosa Gobu Namai Nagubong, Ojiosa Gobu Namai Nagubong.
Hello, hello.
Hello, my brother. Where are you calling from? What's your name, please?
Good evening. My name is Henry. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Good evening, my brother. Sorry that I didn't pick your call by that time. The issue is that if I pick your call, others will be muted. You know, I don't know why.
It's
I
okay.
tried to join it, but it didn't work.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. I'm very, very interested. I've been following your program, and it's been so wonderful. I really enjoy what you're doing. It's good that you're sensitizing our people. You know, this slavery have continued to, fester for too long, and it's time for us to say enough is enough. Yes. It's so unfortunate that we were amalgamated with these parasites, these northern parasites, and ever since this ungodly union started, we have been suffering a lot of problems because of these parasites that we have been living with. But today, I'm so glad that our people are beginning to wake up to understand that these people are not our friend. One Nigeria is because of the oil that they are getting from our place. Yes, any day that oil will stop running, Nigeria will break up. That is why they want to die, because they cannot think, they cannot work out something good within those people. They are mentally demented. They do not have the capacity to think and make things happen. Which I don't know if you're getting me. Yes. That is the reason why they continue to fight and fight. In fact, they can go to war again if you allow them, because they want to continue to enjoy the oil in the south. You can imagine a governor from the north telling you that the oil in the south belongs to them in the north because they have larger landmass. And when you begin to listen to things like that, you begin to understand that these people, in fact, without this oil, they don't look like people that have future. If only future, the only thing that they can think about is oil. And that is the reason why they are holding Nigeria to ransom. Okay, imagine, I was listening to the news today and somebody was telling us that I saw on the headline that they are trying to reduce jam cutoff mark to 120. Every law has to benefit the northerners. If it does not benefit the northerners, then that law cannot stand.
Yes,
because
a Rivers State man made us to understand that if a bill is being brought into the amendment department of the Senate, that they do buy the whole bill, they bind the whole bill together, both the Easterners and the Western bill. But after they have reviewed the bill and push it to the Senate floor, the Houses will separate the bill and drop the other ones and only move their own forward. That is the height of wickedness. You can imagine the kind of people that say we are in one country, we are in one Nigeria. They brought the Southeast Development Bill. They were not even sympathetic that they have continued to marginalize our people. They brought this particular bill. Every sane human being will say, please pass this bill, let these people go and have some feeling of governance in their region. But they trashed the bill. It did not escape first reading. Anything good that comes up in that house, they will trash it. And somebody is telling us to follow political process. But I don't believe in political process. If it happens today that push comes to shove and there is no way out, we do the needful. That is my own opinion. Okay, my brother. I don't believe in all this political, because these people we are dealing with, these people are animals. These people cannot think. They cannot think. Their only problem is oil.
as far as there's oil, no problem. Anybody can die. What they care about is oil, and that is the reason why in fact, you need to see what is happening in Malaysia. The kind of desperation with which our people are looking for money. People are trying to survive by all means. You see ladies come here and do a lot of things. In fact, if you see the kind of inhuman treatment that even Nigerians are meting out on fellow Nigerians, this is because everybody wants to survive. People are trying to survive by force. And when we have abundance at home, just because of this northern parasite, we are continuing to suffer marginalization, we are continuing to suffer pogrom and every. In fact, when we begin to talk about Biafra and Nigerian problem, we begin to cry because the problem does not end. The problem does not end. The problem does not end.
I hope that you
Southeast governors now are trying to talk to what are they trying to tell Nnamdi Kanu to stop Biafra agitation?
No, they are trying to. They are having meeting begging Nnamdi to please withdraw because Nnamdi Kanu has the masses and they have only the money. You know.
Withdraw what? Withdraw what, my brother?
No election, and then Nnamdi Kanu refuses that there will be no election in Anambra State.
That is Nnamdi Kanu that I know cannot even listen to that. That is nonsense. I know that he is very, very intelligent. He will tell them that he's going to consult IPOB.
He told them that he got to talk to his people.
Yes, that is what he will tell them.
And went to Aba and tell them there will be no election in Anambra State.
That's what he. So that is intelligence.
Today, you know. Well,
we don't need. They have failed us. They have failed us. Please, we don't need them. We don't need them. Please.
Listen, the show have lasted up to 2 hours and I would like you to come back tomorrow by 8 o'clock German time. You will meet the barristers online and throw in your question and whatever. God bless you, my brother.
You're welcome, my brother.
Greet my people over there. Bye-bye for now.
No problem. I will. Okay.
Anyway.